Here we are, folks, live at the new reopening of La Sierra Grille Steakhouse, 7196 AZ 92 in Hereford. You are looking at just some of the new dishes available for you here right now at La Sierra Grille Steakhouse, officially reopened. And Manuel, you are ready to roll. You've got a new situation. You've got you even brought your son from Alaska to help you out on this one.
Absolutely.
And why don't you first of all introduce the new staff and some of the old that you're bringing back too as well.
Okay. Well, first off, I really thank you for your time. I want to start off by introducing my restaurant manager, Camilo Sanchez. Camilo took full control of the restaurant. He's gonna be the main manager here, the one that's gonna answer to everything. Yep. I've always trusted him. He's been here with me before, but we had to make some adjustments within our restaurant to get it to where we wanted. I listened to a lot of his advice, and I'm gonna let him control the restaurant, kind of to help me with my medical conditioning and stuff like that. He told me, let me handle it, I'll take care of it, and he's gonna help me out a lot, and that's what we look forward to doing here in the future.
And you have some new cooks in the kitchen with a lot of experience, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, that you know, sometimes you need to, you got to go through bumps and bruises sometimes, and that's what I did, and I ended up, luckily, it was my luck, finding 3 ladies that I brought to work for me here at the restaurant. I had to beg them to come be with me, and they knew that this restaurant has a lot of future. This restaurant is going places. It just needed to be tweaked in a way to where we can offer people what they want, how they want it. So I ended up bringing Oxy, and I call her Oxy. Her name's Maria, but I call her Oxy because that's what her followers know her from. So Oxy's story is she used to be the main cook at Contessas Mexican Restaurant in Bisbee.
Contessas Cantina Mexican Restaurant in Bisbee.
Yes.
And you were telling me, actually, that you were there for 11 years?
11 years.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. So if people remember that restaurant, and a lot of people liked that restaurant.
Yes, because she has her followers, her and her sister and her best friend, which I'll also include them. Catalina is her sister, and Maribel, and they're 3 in a bunch, and they knock out a lot of food. They're fast at serving. They know how to put their plates together, and they know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. I don't have to sit there and stress and make my day worse. And when they got it under control, Camilo, he lets them do what they need to do to make it happen. When they came on board, it's been a couple of weeks now, maybe a month now, that we sat with them, with her and her sister, and Maribel, and they cooked for us plates. They cooked for me and Camilo and showed us, look, this is what we got. And then, of course, I got Camilo with all the experience that he has. He runs the dining facilities on Fort Huachuca, and he's just had so much experience in the restaurant that we all put our heads together. We talk about it, and we look at our food, and we say, hey, what does this need? Hey, she's like, well, maybe you guys need to add this, stuff that she was adding on her plates. Simple things, putting some design on some rice. Just putting, putting the potato inside a swan foil paper, and on top of all that, seasoning their food and giving the people of Sierra Vista and Hereford what they want.
Well, I tell you, from a presentation standpoint, this is some of the nicest looking. I can't wait to dig in myself, but from a presentation standpoint, it's got a really nice look to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that me and Camilo did notice is me and Camilo have always been big on garnishing our plates and making sure we're good. But luckily, we got Oxy here, who does the same thing. She likes to garnish her plates. She, on top of the flavor being delicious, she likes to put the vision, the visual aid for people when they want to eat the food, because it just looks good off the bat.
The new La Sierra Grille Steakhouse open again. New situation, new management. And you even brought your son. We got to introduce your son here. Let's talk about him here.
So this is my son, Manuel Jr. He's my junior. He's my oldest son. He's a UAV mechanic. He's an instructor now here on Fort Huachuca. So when he saw the stress I was going through, he said, "Dad, I'm gonna make my way down there. We're gonna make this happen." He goes, "Cause yeah, he knows my culinary life that I love doing and everything, and he wants to be here to support it." So he found a way to get himself stationed on Fort Huachuca to be an instructor for UAVs, and now he can keep an eye on me. He says, you know, he can come check on me, and when he sees I'm stressing out a little bit, he's gonna buy me a ticket to fly on a vacation to the Bahamas, and he's gonna handle it for a while. But I think with three faces right here, and not including everybody else that's here.
Oh yeah, right.
My youngest son over there, my waitresses, original waitresses that people love, here that are here to support us. Is the team. The team, and we've been open for the past 2 weeks, which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
But I did it on purpose. We did it on purpose because we wanted to make sure that our kitchen can come together, that our kitchen can put out plates, and we can move forward and not have these little issues that we run into. Which I got it. We're always gonna have little issues. No restaurant is perfect. But as I've always said before in the past, and I continue to say, and I want people to continue to hear me say, when you have an issue in my restaurant, you ask to speak to Camilo Sanchez. If you see me walking around, you call me, pull me to the side, and I'll be there. And our job is to try and make your dining experience great. So if there's any issues, we fix it, we get it back, and we keep moving forward.
Let's talk about the menu, because you do have some changes and some additions as well, but you also kept some things too.
Absolutely. So right now we've added the combo. So one of the things that I noticed in the year and a half that I was open, I took off a lot of Mexican dishes because I was trying to shoot for going into being a steakhouse only. That wasn't really working for me. I was losing a lot of Mr. Ricardo's customers, and a lot of other customers that they wanted Mexican food. Mexican food is probably one of the biggest sellers anywhere, especially in this area, right? They want enchiladas, they want chimichangas, they want chile rellenos, they want what else? Tacos, shredded beef tacos, chicken tacos. I even went a little extra mile and we added ground beef tacos, ground beef burros. We got the chimichangas, we got the red salsa, and we got the green, not salsa, I'm sorry, the red sauce and the green sauce for the chimichangas. You could get it either or, and as you saw in the food, with the picture with the chimichanga, it's like the colors of the Mexican flag, just showing people, that little extra step that we want to take to offer some good, delicious food. I also, I still have my carne asada burros, my taco burros. My carne asada tacos, taco macho, burro macho, my chicken burros, chicken tacos, and my shrimp burros and shrimp tacos. Then on the front, if you look, I kept on my appetizers because my appetizers have been sellers since the first day I opened. I got my chips and salsa, my guacamole. And then, of course, I got the shrimp toritos, which a lot of people, there were people that would just come because they just wanted to eat toritos, which is the toritos is the ones, it's a Caribe pepper stuffed with shrimp, cream cheese, wrapped in bacon roll with our house sauce that we add on top of it. People love it a lot. We got the fried mushrooms, the cheese crisps, or the quesadillas, whatever they want, the queso fundido, and one of the other dishes that we added was the shrimp cocktail. It's not like the Mexican cocktail that I used to do, where it's clamato and stuff. No, now our shrimp cocktail is more of an appetizer. So we have 8 shrimp on a dish with some cocktail sauce on it and a lime, and it's designed by them. They're the ones that designed the plate. And then, of course, I got all my steak plates that I had from before. A lot of my steaks have always been really good sellers because, I carry a lot of good prime steak. So I got the carne asada plate, which my steak marinates for up to 72 hours. So when people bite into that carne asada steak, it tears apart by itself. I got the filet medallions, which are wrapped in bacon. I got my ribeye steak, and then ribeye steak with lobster tail. I got a T-bone steak, 20 ounce. I used to have a 24 ounce porterhouse, but I kind of had to eliminate that one because that was just way too big for most people. You know, they were like, "No, that's too big." So I brought it down to a 20 ounce, which lately I've been selling a lot of 20 ounce T-bone steaks. That's good. And I got my fried and garlic shrimp that were always really good sellers for me. On top of that, I have my sides. All my sides: refried beans, Mexican rice, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, loaded, and then I got asparagus, corn on the cob, French fries, and onion rings. You know, all the sides that go good with all my plates. And then I also added some add-ons on there. You know, so let's say somebody gets a carne asada plate, but they feel like eating a lobster tail too. They can always add a lobster tail. They can add 3 garlic shrimp or 3 fried shrimp, a house salad, guacamole, sour cream. And last but not least, you know, I got all my burgers that I used to have before. But my buffalo chicken burger, big salad, my charro burger, and my western burger, and then just a regular cheeseburger. You know, a lot of times they just want something simple, and they get it. And then at the end of the day, I have the wings, really good salads. You know, people go to my bar, which I have a bar. You know, and everybody.
And you got a new bartender too.
I got a new bartender. You know, she's back there somewhere working right now, but she's a really good bartender.
She's got a lot of experience too.
She has some good experience, and she's helping my bar right now a lot. You know, yesterday I had a party that I fed about almost 50, 60 people, I think, and they were, you know, she helped out put that bar out, and everything was good. I got my salads and my drinks. You know, we start off with a regular menu, you know, to get these sold first, and then I'm gonna give it time now, enough time to start seeing with time what people want to demand more of, and then maybe we'll eventually add more to our menu as time comes.
All right. Wow, Manuel, this is a great, exciting relaunch, a reboot, if you will, of La Sierra Grille Steakhouse. You've got new manager. You've brought your son on to help things and alleviate the stress that you've had. And you've got new experienced cooks that used to work at, what was the name of that restaurant again? Contessas Cantina in Bisbee.
Yes.
And they have over 11 years of experience there.
Yep.
They're here now in your kitchen here at La Sierra Grille Steakhouse.
And that's how I know, you know, you can count on them. Because they lasted 11 years at Contessas, and they made it a very successful restaurant. They did very good over there. I know I can bring them here, and they can do the same for me. As long as I keep them happy, give them their hours, you know, pay them their paycheck, they're gonna do good for me. They're gonna continue to do good things for me.
All right. Well, you ready to roll here over here?
Oh, yeah.
But now, so you lived in Alaska.
Yeah.
How long were you up there?
7 years.
What part of Alaska?
Fairbanks, Alaska.
Fairbanks, okay.
There's a fort there, Fort Wainwright. So.
Okay, so
Stationed
part of the
there.
military that you were stationed up there, and so you had an opportunity then to transfer down here at Fort Huachuca, and then also help your dad.
Yeah, I made some phone calls and made it happen. So yeah.
This is great. So you got the whole family back with you here helping, huh?
Yeah, I got my young son here. My
Yeah.
daughter will help us every now and then.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I think I made this. You know, I brought good people together to make a strong team between all of us, and like I said, I'm just not one to just stop and want, you know. I just have a lot of medical conditions that a lot of people have known about, and I've talked about it before, you know. But the way I look at it, if I put strong people where they can help me, it's not going to be on top of me, and we can continue to you know, do good sales here at the restaurant.
All right, sounds good. We invite folks to come on down, check out the new reopening of La Sierra Grille Steakhouse, a fresh new start here, and folks, come on down, give them a try. And yes.
And one more thing I want to say, because, and this is just to show that I care, and you know, I've talked to people in the past, and people would comment, you know, stuff on my restaurant, but I don't ever want people to think that I don't listen, because I do listen, you know. Sometimes I can't just stop and change things right away, but I do listen. You know, I would have people say, you know, you go in there and it looks like a cafeteria, you know, because the colors I had used initially, you know, for what my design was. So when I stop and listen to people, you know, they say, you know what, they're right. You know, maybe I do need to work on some adjustments. So as you can see, the building, you know, I've painted. You know, I've added some different colors to it. Made it more of a Mexican environment, Mexican restaurant environment. So now when people come in here, you know, it feels more alive at the restaurant now.
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah, less cafeteria kind of feel.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know,
Because I agree with them. I agree with them. You
Yeah.
know? I'm not one to say, oh no, that's not no. You know what? Makes sense what they say. Let's work on it and try to help give people better things.
Debbie says, "So happy that you are back!" Exclamation point.
Thank you. Which, by the way, again, on top of everything, during the time that I was closed for 4 months, and there was a lot of people that did like my restaurant, you know, and I know there was issues, but there was a lot of people that always supported me. Matter of fact, the minute I've opened up my door, I've had a lot of regulars already coming back, and they're so happy, excited. You know, they're coming in, sitting down, and eating, and to me, that's all that matters.
And you're back now. You think, and from what I've observed so far, better than ever,
Better than ever, absolutely.
and hopefully here to stay for a long, long time.
Peace.
All right, guys. Guys, thank you so much. Come on out. The new La Sierra Grille Steakhouse ready for you here in Hereford. All the information is in the post description. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, eat it before it gets cold.
Unless you want them to reheat it for you, they'll reheat it for you.
Wow. This looks so good.